All right, so as you can see, I'm sitting on the dashboard. So as soon as you log into Proven CRM, you're going to come to the main dashboard screen. And on the main dashboard screen, you will see, as the user logged in, regions that you might have set up. You will see jobs within those regions that you have set up, and the map location of where those jobs are. There's a number of things that you can do on this screen. For instance, if you wanted to see the contents of this job, you simply would click on the pin and it will bring up the job details. We'll be looking at the jobs menu option in a few minutes, but just to give you an idea, you can get to that information straight from your dashboard. You'll see your job info. We have address information, any milestones for your job, contacts, any related jobs, notes, and invoices. You can manage and see what is going on within the job at a drop of a hat by just clicking on the pin. You also can choose from your list here. Same idea, it's going to take you straight to the job and all of the details contained within that job. Up in the right-hand corner will be the user who is logged in and all of the details and activities that they can do. I'm going to move on to our next menu option, and that is the company setup. So here you can identify your company information, company email settings. So you can actually have your email synced with your external provider within the CRM solution. Company information such as address information, phone numbers. You set up any email templates, you can do that. A list of your company offices, so if you have multiple locations, you'll be able to identify them here. A list of company users. And company definitions. What I mean by definitions are all of the various types, company types, referral sources, contact method types that have been set up in your PSA solution will also be here in the CRM. You can add to these definitions as needed by coming in here and selecting a new record and adding that information. Moving on to the office option. Here you can see my office location and any office email settings that I might have set up to sync with this Proven CRM. You'll also notice an activities option. And this is all of the activities that have been set up within the CRM solution on the calendar, whether it be an activity, a task, or an event. The next option is the user, so the user level. Again, you'll see activities that have been set up for this user, whether it be a task or an event. I can update my information, personal information on the user. I can set my own email settings. So if I want to have my emails from my external source come into the CRM, I can certainly do so. You would need your IT or your email provider to provide you with the information. And once it's synced up, you will be able to see your emails going back and forth between your external and Proven CRM. You also have the option to set up your personalized signature. So it's very similar to your external. I also have the ability to create my own regions. I would come in here and I would select a new record, choose the color coding that I want to use for my region, and I would save and close. So now I have a new region that I can associate and add zip codes and cities to. I would just come in here. I would choose my province or my state, choose my city. First, select your province or your state, filter from your city selection, and then I would add. So all of the postal codes or the zip codes that are associated with that city and that state or province, they will be applied to your region. You can change your views, show your columns, change the columns and groupings. You can delete regions. You can edit. This tool, you'll notice it will be on every menu option within the Proven CRM, so you can manage your own views. As we were talking about emails, there is the inbox. You'll see the emails that have been going back and forth between CRM and your email provider. You'll also see new activities that have been assigned to you. This is a new activity that was just created today. Moving on to our calendar. Calendar view is going to give you the options to see all your tasks and events. We have the ability to sort by day, by week, or by timeline, or monthly. Much like your calendar in your email provider, we can add a new task, add our customer information, okay, it's going to give me a hard time this morning. Select your date and your time. Public or not public, started or not started, and save. Now we have a new activity, a new task added to our calendar. You can filter your calendar view by choosing the toggle. So I don't want to see any of my tasks, I just want to see my events. And the same with clicking on this, all I want to see are my tasks. You can see a list view of all of your events and tasks. And as mentioned, you have the ability to create. You also have the ability to adjust any columns or open up any details of your records. Moving on to our leads. Here is where you're going to manage and track any leads that might come into you. You can create a new record. Add your customer type. Lead. I can choose from addresses currently on the system, or I can add a new record. And save and close. Add additional information such as email address. Who is the one that's responsible on your team for this new lead? Select contact method types, industries, regions, active or not, and any other contact information. We can update our record. And our new lead has been added to our list. Once you've added these customers or these leads, you could actually convert them to a customer. So now my John Adams, I can convert. Do I want to convert this lead to a customer? And I say yes. Now he's been removed from my leads option, and he's now down into my customers option. You have the ability to export your leads list. From a drop-down, you can choose various formats to export. You'll also notice across the top, we have our total number of leads, how many have been turned to a customer, and how many are waiting to be turned into customers, and the number of jobs that we have associated to those those leads. Our next menu option are our customers. You can open up a customer listing. But I wanted to point out that you'll see again, we have our number of customers, active, inactive, and the jobs associated with those customers. You can also break it down by the list. Taking a look at one of our customers, new information will populate. Here you'll see the details of the customer. You'll see any jobs associated with that customer, any contacts, or any documents that you might have added to the customer. You'll also notice that we have our activities tab as well. So here's where we can track ongoing activities that we may have with this customer, whether it be tasks, any calls back and forth between myself and my customer, any events that I have assigned to this customer, notes that I've created, email communication between myself and my customer, opportunities, and an overall summary. You'll note that we have identified we have 2 tasks, we've made 1 phone call, we have 1 event and 1 note for this customer. Any accounting information that might be posted to this customer, total number of billings, how many payments, total balance, credit balances, and expenses. And it's broken down here by your invoices, any payments, and any billing. Just like on our leads, we also have the ability to export to view our company list in whatever format you want. Moving along to our next menu option, which are your jobs. I wanted to mention too that your customer and your jobs will be synced with your PSA. So current jobs that I have, we have synced with PSA and customers. Taking a look at my first job, you can see the job info, the first job name, customer name, any policy and claim information, the job type, locations. The owner of the job is who is assigned to this job, our subtypes, building types, etc. Any costs so far associated to this job. We have our address information. We have milestone information, so dates that have been added to the job, received, approved, invoiced, etc. Any contacts associated with this job. Same thing with related jobs. So if this customer has multiple jobs, then they would be identified here. Any notes on this job will be listed here, as well as any invoices. You have the ability, as I mentioned, on all of these fields, all these menu options, to add new records. You can filter your records and change your groupings and how you would like to see them. Our next option is marketing, creating marketing campaigns to use email blasts to be sent out to your customers, to your leads. You can open up our one newsletter that we have set up as an email blast. We can choose an email source. Where do we want this information to come in from? From our leads, from our customers, or from an external CSV file? My email list. This is who I'm sending this email blast out to. I will also see a summary. So when I have sent out the email blast, I will see the number of emails that went out. I will see the number of emails that were a success and those that were a fail, so a bounce back. Creating a new email campaign, you simply click on the record, fill in your information, and select Save. Same idea with the other menu options. You can change your view, add a new record, view details, and edit. Next, we have accounting, any invoice information, any receipts, any details that would be entered against a customer. You'll see the details of the customer, jobs associated, contacts, and documents. You will also see the activities, again, calls, events, notes, and the inbox of communication between yourself and your customer. Here you'll see any invoices that have been made, have been added to the job, any expenses, any payments, and billing. Our last menu option are reports. Currently, we have 4 reports available. Your Marketing Pulse report. These are your contacts and activities that you have created. Any paid jobs by referral source. Sales by salesperson, breaking it down by year or by month with totals at the bottom. Paid referral by salesperson as well. I also wanted to make note of the ability to add on the fly without having to go into the different modules, the various areas. You can add a lead, go to the customers, add a job, email, tasks, or events. I'll take you straight to and allow you to add the information. So it's like a quick option to get into the various modules without having to come over and make your selections. So that's a brief overview of the Proven CRM. If we have any questions, please use the chat box, and I can either address them now, or I can take your questions back to the development team. Can you set up routes is a question. Yes, absolutely you can. You're going to do that in the regions area of your user settings. Can any user change job information? Only if the permissions are granted. The job information, as I mentioned, is coming in from PSA unless you create it in the CRM. But you as an individual user, unless you have administrative privileges, you will not be able to make those changes. Can you create new reports? There will be an option to create new reports. Currently, we only have the 4 available, but as time goes on and the requests come in from customers, we'll definitely have that option. But right now, the ability to create new reports is not there yet. Okay, the question was, they missed the start, and when is this available? Currently, we're in beta testing and development. It's getting there. We're just not ready yet to roll it out to customers. But as soon as we do, we will be putting a notice up out to customers that it is available. If you create events tasks in the calendar, will it push to Outlook? Yes, it is my understanding that when you create an event, if it's associated to a customer within your email in CRM, it will push to Outlook. But I can definitely ask that question to be sure. Can you create categories by type of lead, such as plumber, insurance agent, and then property management? Yes, you can do that. And again, all of this is still under development, but we will have future lunch and learn sessions where we will go into more detail than what I actually went into today, and there will be manuals provided as well. Is the platform that PSA desktop will be converted to the web. So your information will move from the desktop to the web naturally by the sync, and then this information will also be translated over to CRM. So it'll flow naturally from the web. Is the billing portion meant to replace the desktop version of PSA? No, this is just to give you a snapshot of what's going on within your jobs. It's definitely not replacing the accounting portion of PSA desktop. Any other questions from the group? When will this video be available in the library? As soon as I'm finished the session, I will have Ryan add it to the video library. Again, we will be doing further lunch and learns with more in-depth how-tos. This was just merely an overview, just to give you an idea of what we've been working on these last few months. And we're anticipating getting it rolled out to our customers as soon as possible. Is there pricing yet? I haven't been made aware of what the price will be to have the integration with the CRM, but I'm sure it's probably our standard. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say $20 a month. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but I'm sure it will be reasonable, just like our other integration options. Any other questions? Can you import leads from a source such as Home Advisor? The three options to import are from your customers, from your leads, or a CSV export file. So you would have to, if you have a way of getting information from Home Advisor, you would have to bring it into a CSV Excel format, and then you can drop it into the CRM. Will there be a mobile app for the Proven CRM? That's a very good question. Not sure if that has been identified as yet, maybe in the future, but I can definitely ask the question and come back to you. All right, if we have any other questions, please let me know. Always reach out to support. They can answer any questions you may have. Again, we will be reaching out to our customer base to let them know when we are rolling this out to you. All right, I will let everybody get on with your day. Thank you very much for joining me. And if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you very much.